If you are like most Americans, then your finances have taken a beating. And it's because prices continue to rise. Our wages are not going up as fast as prices are. And then the economy as a whole is just beating us down. Now I want to explain what's going on here because I know a lot of people have been asking, is this going to get better? Are we going to see an end to this anytime soon? And the answer is actually no. It's not going to get better. We have to learn to withstand and adapt to what is going on right now. So I'm going to address what's happening, where we are seeing some relief, but why are we seeing this relief in these certain areas? So I'm going to break all that down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So while millions of Americans are feeling the pain because their money was pretty much just cut in half, others are feeling the pain because they can't afford anything. Their money is split into almost a quarter. Now here's what's going on. Credit card debt is surging, where we are now seeing the average American have a credit card balance of over $6,000. Consumers today owe more than $1.02 trillion in credit card debt. This is a new record, but this is a bigger problem. We have all this credit card debt, and of course we do, because what happened over the past few years was unprecedented. We had a massive virus sweep through the entire nation, actually the entire world, shutting down economies, taking the lives of thousands and thousands of people. But here's what actually happened. While everybody was worried about that virus, what the United States government was doing was funneling billions and trillions of dollars of additional stimulus down your throat. You got a $1,200 stimulus check. You got a $600 stimulus check. You got another $1,400 stimulus check, even though the Biden administration said you would get $2,000. So you received a bunch of stimulus. We also received enhanced unemployment benefits. We got PPP loans. Food stamps were maxed out, and millions of people received loan and also mortgage and rent forbearance. How crazy is that? Well, here's what you need to understand. We are not seeing additional stimulus. We are now on our own. This is where things have finally stopped. We are finally at a point where there's no stimulus entering into the U.S. economy. Not to the American people, at least. But what's going on is our credit card bills are still there. And now, many Americans are falling behind on their credit card bills. But guess what? It's not going to stop. But here's what did happen, and this finally stopped. We saw many retailers, Amazon being one of them. Amazon Fresh is going to cut grocery prices by as much as 30% in order to attempt to bring back inflation-battered customers. Amazon is just one of the large retailers that did this, and of course they did. People are not buying as much as they used to on Amazon. I know for me personally, back in 2022, 2023 a little bit, I would receive one package at least on my doorstep every single day. At least one package. Guess what? Now, there's many days, potentially weeks, where I don't have a single package show up on my doorstep because I'm not buying anything, because I don't need it. I've already purchased everything I needed. But again, Amazon is just one of the large retailers. Target is another large retailer. Target's going to cut prices on over 5,000 items. This is going to include milk, butter, right? Just basic food, cereal, even pet food. These are the people that are getting battered the most. And right now that your finances have taken a beating, well, these stores are trying to do what they can not to help you out, not to make sure that your money can go further, but actually to just get you in so that they can make more profit. Guess what? Walgreens is doing the same thing. Walgreens is going to cut their prices on about 1,500 items. They're going to join the likes of Target, Walmart, and Amazon. Well, here's what I can tell you though. It doesn't stop with retail. We've seen prices get cut on homes in some neglected areas. In some very affluent areas and affluent neighborhoods, prices are actually going up. This is putting more pressure on the American people. This is putting more pressure on consumers. Well, while all this is happening, McDonald's is feeling the effects of it as well. So McDonald's is deciding they're going to bring a $5 value meal to the market. This is going to include things like a McChicken. It's going to include a McDouble, a 4-piece chicken nugget, fries, and a drink. You may be thinking, well, that sounds really familiar. Isn't there somebody else that does that? Yes, Wendy's used to do that. Wendy's would charge $4. They called it a 4 for 4. You get 4 things, fries, a drink, you get nuggets, and you get a choice of a burger. Well, now it's called I think a biggie bag, where you actually go and, hey, I'd like this, and it's either $5, $6, $7, or $8. Interesting. Well, guess what? Their competitor doesn't want to fall behind, so now Burger King says they're going to release a $5 value meal as well in order to compete with McDonald's. Again, it's going to include a sandwich, nuggets, fries, and a drink. We are going to see that very soon. Well, here's the thing. Wendy's already had a 4 for 4. They already have a $5 value meal, so guess what Wendy's is doing? Wendy's is offering a $3 breakfast meal in order to rival McDonald's $5 value deal. Interesting. But here's something else I thought was interesting. Somebody was telling me the other day that if you go to Taco Bell, they don't have regular tacos anymore. That their Taco Bell does not have regular tacos. And I was thinking, well, what do you mean they don't have regular tacos? What do they sell? Burgers? And they said no. What they are doing is they're selling everything in a Supreme, where it comes with tomato and also sour cream. But guess what? They also charge you, I think it's an additional 80 cents to $1 to get the Supreme version of sour cream and tomato. First off, sour cream and tomato does not cost 80 cents to $1 for a little dollop on a taco. But I wanted to test this out. Because then I thought, well, that's interesting, because if you go there and you say you don't want that, you don't want the Supreme version, it should be cheaper, right? Well, I went to go test it out, and today I went and bought a chalupa. It was a chalupa Supreme, and that cost $5.99. I got it without the tomato and without the sour cream. It was still $5.99. I also ordered a Crunch Wrap. And I said, no, I do not want the Supreme. And she said, sorry, all we have is the Supreme. Do you want that or you want something else? And I said, well, I don't want the tomato and I don't want the sour cream on it. She said, oh, we can take that off. You just want a regular Crunch Wrap. I said, yes. So she charged me $5.89. And it even says no tomato and no sour cream. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. You probably won't. Let me hide the numbers really quick, and you can kind of see it. See if you can see it there. So right there, you can see the Chalupa Supreme. You can also see a Crunchwrap Supreme, no tomato. Oh, my fat fingers over it. There you go. $5.99 and $5.89. Guess what? They really do not have a regular Chalupa. Okay, and they did take the sour cream and tomato off of it, even though they didn't put it on this, but they did. And they don't sell a regular Crunch Wrap. So they are actually charging you more, even though you're asking for less. Thought that was interesting. But I just wanted to share that with you because somebody shared that with me just the other day when I was talking about fast food restaurants and some of the tricks they're playing with us. Well, guess what? This is a trick I didn't realize until today. So I will leave you with that. But the good news is we are finally seeing all the tricks starting to stop because now the retailers are feeling the effects of this. They are now feeling the effects where people aren't coming in and spending their money because guess what? We don't have it. Our money is gone. right? It's all just falling apart because right now we've spent all of our money on other things and on housing. We can't afford to continue to eat at McDonald's and Wendy's and go to Walmart and buy furniture and household items. We just can't afford it anymore. So we're gonna see this finally stop. So the one thing I want to ask you is, what is one thing you have seen lately when it comes to finances? Is a bank not giving you your money? Is your local Taco Bell selling you something for a higher price but yet not giving you all the stuff that you actually ordered or wanted? Are you seeing that you go into a Wendy's and their portions are smaller? Let me know down in the comment section below, because again, it's you guys that keep reporting these issues. And so I'm bringing these stories to you because again, these are issues that you guys want to know about. So that is where we're at as of today. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing and I'll see you guys on the next one.